Here are one-line explanations for each term. 1. Accent, a distinctive way of pronouncing a language associated with a particular region or social group. 2. Acoustic phonetics, the study of the physical properties of speech sounds. 3. Acquisition, the process of learning a language, either native or non-native. 4. Acronym, a word formed from the initial letters of a phrase or name. 5. Active approach, an approach to language learning that emphasizes active engagement and participation. 6. Affective factors, emotional factors that influence language learning, such as motivation and attitude. 7. Affix, a bound morpheme added to a word to modify its meaning. 8. Affricate, a consonant sound produced by stopping and releasing airflow through a narrow opening. 9. Agent, the noun phrase that performs the action of the verb in a sentence. 10. Allomorph, a variant of a morpheme that occurs in a specific context. 11. Allophone, a variant of a phoneme that occurs in a specific context. 12. Alphabet, a system of writing in which one symbol represents one sound segment. 13. Alternate sign language, a system of hand signals used in place of spoken language. 14. Alveolar ridge, the bony ridge behind the upper front teeth. 15. Alveolar, a consonant sound produced by placing the tongue against the alveolar ridge. 16. Analogy, a process of forming new words or meanings based on existing patterns. 17. Anaphora, a rhetorical device that involves repeating a word or phrase at the beginning of successive clauses. 18. Antonym, a word that has the opposite meaning of another word. 19. Aphasia, a language disorder resulting from brain damage or disease. 20. Applied linguistics, the study of language in practical contexts, such as language teaching and learning. 21. Arbitrariness, the lack of a direct connection between a word's form and its meaning. 22. Articulatory parameters, the physical properties of speech sounds, such as place and manner of articulation. 23. Articulatory phonetics, the study of the physical properties of speech sounds. 24. Assimilation, a process by which a speech sound changes to become more similar to a neighboring sound. 25. Babbling, the early language development stage where infants produce meaningless sounds. 26. Back channels, nonverbal cues, like nodding or eye contact, that show engagement in a conversation. 27. Back formation, creating a new word by removing a prefix or suffix from an existing word. 28. Background knowledge, prior knowledge that helps understand new information. 29. Behaviorism, a learning theory that emphasizes observable behaviors. 30. Bilabial, a consonant sound produced by both lips, e.g., B or P. 31. Bilingual, speaking two languages fluently. 32. Bilingualism, the ability to speak and understand two languages. 33. Blending, combining parts of words to create a new word. 34. Browning, a linguistic term unrelated to the poet Robert Browning, perhaps a typo. 35. Bound morphemes, morphemes that must be combined with others to convey meaning. 36. Broadening, extending a word's meaning to include more concepts. 37. Caregiver speech, modified language used by caregivers to communicate with infants. 38. Clipping, shortening a word, e.g., phone from telephone. 39. Closed syllable, a syllable ending in a consonant. 40. Coda, the final part of a syllable. 41. Cognates, words with shared origins and meanings across languages. 42. Cognitive learning, learning through mental processes like perception and memory. 43. Coherence, the logical connection between ideas in a text. 44. Cohesion. The linguistic features that link text elements together. 45. C series. 46. Cohyponym. A word with a related meaning to another word, e.g., dog and cat are cohyponyms of animal. 47. Coinage. A newly created word or expression. 48. Collocation. Words frequently used together, e.g., strong coffee. 49. Communicative methods. Language teaching approaches emphasizing authentic communication. 50. Competence. The ability to use language correctly. 51. Performance. The actual use of language in context. 52. Complement phrase. A phrase following a verb, like the book and I read the book. 53. Compounding. Creating a new word by combining two words. 54. Conceptual meaning. The abstract idea behind a word or phrase. 55. Consonant sound. A sound produced by obstructing airflow, e.g., P or T. 56. Convergence. The process of languages becoming more similar due to contact. 57. Corpus linguistics. The study of language using large databases of texts. 58. Cultural transmission. The passing of language and cultural knowledge from one generation to the next. 59. Communicative competence. The ability to use language appropriately in social contexts. 60. Communicative approaches. Language teaching methods emphasizing authentic communication and social context. 61. Solar. 62. Creole. A language that emerges from contact between two or more languages, often in situations of colonialism, slavery, or trade, and is characterized by a simplified grammar, reduced vocabulary, and a mix of languages. 63. 17. Co-text. 64. Cotext. The surrounding text or context in which a word, phrase, or sentence appears, helping to clarify its meaning. 65. Here are the definitions. 66. Deductive method. A approach that applies rules to arrive at a conclusion. 67. Deep structure. The underlying syntactic structure of a sentence. 68. Dental. A consonant sound made by placing the tongue against the upper teeth. 69. Derivation. The process of forming new words from existing ones. 70. Derivational morphemes. Affixes that change a word's meaning or grammatical function. 71. Descriptive approach. A linguistic method that describes language without judgment. 72. Diachronic variation. Changes in language over time. 73. Dialect boundary. The geographical limit of a dialect's usage. 74. Dialect. A regional or social variety of a language. 75. Dialectology. The study of dialects. 76. Diglossia. The coexistence of two distinct languages or dialects in a community. 77. Digraph. A symbol representing a combination of sounds. 78. Direct method. A language teaching approach that focuses on direct communication. 79. Displacement. The ability of language to refer to things outside the immediate context. 80. Divergence. The process of languages becoming more different over time. 81. Duality. The coexistence of two languages or language varieties in a community. 82. Eponym. 83. A word named after its discoverer or popularizer. 84. Elision. A linguistic term referring to the omission or deletion of one or more sounds or syllables from a word or phrase, often in spoken language or dialects. Example, gonna instead of going to. 85. Error and mistake. Unintentional deviations from a language's rules. 86. Etymology. The study of word origins and history. 87. Flap. A type of consonant sound made by quick tongue movement. 88. Foreign language, a language not spoken as a native language in a country. 89. Formalist approach, a linguistic method that focuses on language structure. 90. Fossilization, the process of a language feature becoming fixed and unchanging. 91. Free morphemes, morphemes that can stand alone as words. 92. Functional morphemes, morphemes that have a grammatical function. 93. Gender, a grammatical category that includes masculine, feminine, and neuter. 94. Generative grammar, a theoretical framework that posits language as a generative system. 95. Glottal, a consonant sound made by obstructing the airflow in the vocal cords. 96. Gradable antonyms, words with opposite meanings that can be graded. 97. Grammar translation method, a language teaching approach that focuses on grammar rules. 98. Grammatical competence, the ability to use language correctly. 99. Homophone, words with the same pronunciation but different meanings. 100. Homonym, words with the same spelling and/or pronunciation but different meanings. 101. Hypocorism. 102. What is hypocorism? 103. Hypocorism is a way of shortening a long word to just one syllable by adding ie or y to its ending. This word formation process is mainly used in British and Australian English. 104. Idiolect, a person's unique variety of language, including their vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation. 105. Inductive method, an approach that uses specific examples to infer general rules or principles. 106. Inflational morpheme, a morpheme that indicates grammatical tense, case, or number. 107. Intonation, the rise and fall of pitch when speaking, used to convey meaning and attitude. 108. Isogloss, a boundary line separating areas where different language features are used. 109. Jargon, specialized language used by a particular group or profession. 110. L1, a person's first language, acquired in childhood. 111. L2, a person's second language, acquired later in life. 112. Labiodental, a consonant sound made by touching the upper teeth with the lower lip. 113. Language, a system of communication using words, symbols, and/or signs. 114. Langue and parole, terms coined by Ferdinand de Saussure to distinguish language as a system, langue, from language in use, parole. 115. Larynx, the voice box, responsible for producing sound in speech. 116. Learning, the process of acquiring language or other knowledge. 117. Lexical morpheme, a morpheme that has a meaning of its own, like a word. 118. Lexical relation, the relationship between words based on their meanings. 119. Lexical rules, rules that govern word formation and meaning. 120. Lingua franca, a language used for communication between groups that speak different languages. 121. Language context, the situation and environment in which language is used. 122. Linguistic geography, the study of language variation across geographical areas. 123. Linguistics, the scientific study of language. 124. Mentalism, the approach that views language as a mental construct. 125. Metathesis, a sound change that involves swapping two sounds in a word. 126. Method, a systematic approach to teaching or learning language. 127. Metonymy, a figure of speech that uses a word to represent something related to it. 128. Monolingual, speaking only one language. 129. Morph, a minimal unit of language that carries meaning. 130. Morpheme, the smallest unit of language that has a meaning or function. 131. Morphology, the study of the structure and formation of words. 132. Narrowing, a semantic change that makes a word's meaning more specific. 133. Nasal, a sound made by airflow through the nose, like N or M. 134. National language, a language designated as a country's official language. 135. Native language, a person's first language, acquired from birth or early childhood. 136. Neologism, a newly coined word or expression. 137. Neurologist, a medical doctor specializing in the study of the brain and nervous system. 138. Noun phrase, a phrase consisting of a noun and its modifiers. 139. Nucleus, the central part of a syllable, usually a vowel sound. 140. Open syllable, a syllable that ends in a vowel sound. 141. Operant conditioning, a learning theory that associates behavior with consequences. 142. Orthography, the study of correct spelling and writing. 143. Cacography, poor or ungrammatical writing or handwriting. 144. Calligraphist, a person skilled in beautiful handwriting. 145. Solipsism, a grammatical error or impropriety. 146. Palindrome, a word, phrase, or sequence that reads the same backward as forward. 147. Output, the language produced by a speaker or writer. 148. Overextension, using a word beyond its conventional meaning. 149. Overgeneralization, applying a language rule too broadly, leading to errors. 150. Palatal, a consonant sound made by touching the hard palate with the tongue. 151. Palate, the roof of the mouth, divided into hard and soft parts. 152. Pantomime, a performance using only gestures and facial expressions. 153. Pharynx, the throat area, used in speech production. 154. Phonology, the study of language sound changes over time. 155. Phone, a speech sound, either vowel or consonant. 156. Phoneme, a distinct speech sound in a language, like P or T. 157. Phonemes, the smallest units of sound in a language that distinguish meaning. 158. Phonetic alphabet, a system representing sounds with symbols, like the IPA. 159. Phonetics, the study of speech sounds and their production. 160. Phonology, the study of sound patterns in language. 161. Pidgin, a simplified language used for communication between groups. 162. Pitch, the high or low tone of a speech sound. 163. Polysemy, a word with multiple related meanings. 164. Positive reinforcement, encouraging language learning with rewards. 165. Negative reinforcement, correcting language errors by pointing out what's wrong. 166. Pragmatics, the study of language in context and communication. 167. Prescriptive grammar, rules that dictate how language should be used. 168. Prefix, a morpheme added to the beginning of a word to change its meaning. 169. Productivity, the ability of language to create new words and meanings. 170. Prototype, a central, typical example of a word's meaning. 171. Psycholinguistics, the study of how language is processed in the mind. 172. Rebus writing, using images and symbols to represent words. 173 received pronunciation, RP a standardized English accent. 174 register, a variety of language used in a particular context or group. 175 rhyme, the part of the syllable containing the vowel plus any following consonant. 176 rhythm, the pattern of stressed and unstressed syllables in speech. 177 schwa, a neutral vowel sound, often represented by in phonetic transcriptions. 178 second language, a language learned after one's native language. 179 segment, a distinct unit of sound in language, like a phoneme. 180 semantics, the study of meaning in language. 181 slang, informal language used by a particular group or subculture. 182 slip of tongue, a mistake in speech, like a mispronunciation or wrong word. 183 social dialect, a variety of language associated with a particular social group. 184 social gender, the gender roles and expectations associated with a particular language or culture. 185 sociolect, a variety of language associated with a particular social class or status. 186 sociology, the study of human social behavior and structures. 187 sociolinguistics, the study of how language varies with social factors like geography, class, and gender. 188 sociolinguistic competence, the ability to use language appropriately in different social contexts. 189 speech community, a group of people who share a common language and communication norms. 190 speech style, a variety of language used in a particular context or by a particular group. 191 spoonerism, a playful transposition of sounds into words, like it is customary to cuss the bride. 192 stop, a consonant sound made by completely blocking airflow, like P or T. 193 stress, the emphasis placed on a particular syllable or word in speech. 194 suffix, a morpheme added to the end of a word to change its meaning. 195 surface structure, the organization of words in a sentence, as opposed to deep structure. 196 syllable, a unit of sound in language, consisting of a vowel and optional consonants. 197 synonym, a word with the same meaning as another word. 198 syntax, the rules governing how words are combined into sentences. 199 tag question, a question added to the end of a statement, like isn't it? 200 technique, a method or approach used in language teaching or analysis. 201 the organ of speech, the physical structures used in producing speech sounds, like the lips, tongue, and vocal cords. 202 traditional grammar, a approach to grammar that focuses on prescriptive rules and exceptions. 203 tree diagram, a visual representation of sentence structure, using branches and nodes. 204 triphthong, a combination of three vowel sounds pronounced in a single syllable. Do saw part, uvula, a small, soft piece of tissue hanging from the back of the throat. 206 uvula, a consonant sound made by touching the uvula with the tongue. 207 velar, a consonant sound made by touching the soft palate with the tongue. 208 valam, the soft palate, used in speech production. 209 verb phrase, a phrase consisting of a verb and its modifiers. 210. Vernacular, the everyday language used by ordinary people in a particular region. 211. Vocal folds, cause the two bands of muscle in the larynx that vibrate to produce sound. 212. Voiced sounds, sounds made by vibrating the vocal cords, like Z or V. 213. Voiceless sounds, sounds made without vibrating the vocal cords, like S or F. 214. Vowel, a sound made by the free flow of air through the vocal cords, like A or E. 215. Let me know if you'd like me to explain any of these terms further.